Wagwan, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Let me get on camera for my good old people. Let me get on camera for my good old people, honey. What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? What's going on? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? You know, we got to get started with Lit at 6, and I got some stuff I want to talk about today, but I want to get on camera. Yes, let me get on camera. Hey! It's Friday. I got my red headband on. Y'all know when I got this red headband on, I'm getting ready to start some shit. Y'all know when I got this red headband on, I'm getting ready to start some motherfucking shit. So welcome back to the Operation Hill 100 Heart channel, where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot motherfucking topics. Now, before I get started, let me make sure you guys can hear me well. Hold on one second. Hot motherfucking topics. Oh, yes, you can. Before I get started. Yes, you can. Mic is on. Mic is blinking. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. I'm so happy to be here at Friday. The only issue is it isn't my Friday. I still have to work tomorrow, but that's neither here nor there. I promised I was coming on live today because we got some motherfucking topics to talk about. It's hot and it's lit, and we got to get that going. So before we get going, first of all, like I said, if you're here, hit the thumbs up in the chat. After you hit the thumbs up, leave your name in the chat so I can know who I'm rapping with. I'm going to start the live with a little teeny bit melancholy. I know that's not right, but that's what I'm going to do just to get this off my chest. And then afterwards, we're going to get into the hot topics, right? So whoop, here it is. First of all, when I was on my way home from work today, that's normally when I scroll my social media sites and see what I missed all day and yada, yada, yada. So when I was scrolling the social media sites, I saw that it was like 4 deaths back to back on my timeline. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? So, first of all, I want to send my condolences to folks who are taking these major losses, because I know how it feels to lose people. And then on top of that, remember, we're entering holiday season. So to lose folks around the holidays is the worst. So I'm sending my condolences to everybody that's growing through the situation at the moment. But let me tell you guys a freaking story, right? Speaking of losing folks, right? So yesterday I'm at work, and once again, I'm a social butterfly everywhere I go. So I'm there running my goddamn mouth at work, yada, 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 yada. First, I initially was running my mouth with my principal. Him and I was talking, right? And I shared with him a story from my childhood because he's always sharing things with me. So I'm like, okay, let me check in with my boss, see what's going on. So we started rapping. He started asking me about the weekend. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that. So, anywho, what I was saying. Oh, so I'm there rapping at work. I was sharing something with my principal. Anyway, long story short, short story shorter, I started having some conversation with one of my good one of my coworkers who actually sits in the office from me. Shout out Olinda. She's usually here on the Lit at 6, right? She listens to all my dear DJ. You guys should be familiar with Olinda at this point. So me and Olinda, they're rapping, and she was asking me about, because I'm always sharing my childhood stories with her and my other office mate, Melissa, right? So when I told my principal a story, she was asking me about another story that I told her. And the story is, I'll just share with you guys, give you a little story time. Y'all know I'm good for that. The story is, my mom was always a big stickler about strangers, right? She will always be on some, listen, don't go with a stranger. You can get abducted. You'll never see me again. Like, my mother was really adamant about making sure that we didn't go with strangers when we was younger, right? To a point, she had put certain things in place so we knew how to maneuver when it came to that type of situation. So one of the things that she had in place was you had to know a password. So say, for example, if somebody knocked on our door, my mother wasn't home, and we said, we wasn't supposed to say who is it, but if they knew the password, we could let them in. If they didn't know the password, you don't open the door for nobody. You don't care if they say your mama, your sister, your brother. If there was somebody supposed to be in here, they would know the password, right? Another thing my mother instilled in me too was, only certain people can pick you up from school, right? So I think it was my mom, my dad, and my aunt Joyce on that list, right, of who could pick you up from school, right? You do not stray away from who we told you was going to pick you up from school. That's who you go with. You don't go with nobody else, right? So one day after school, I think something happened with my mom's work schedule, and my dad was coaching, so they sent my Uncle Ernie, right? Now, Uncle Ernie is not my biological uncle. Uncle Ernie is my dad's really, really super duper 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 ooper best friend. Right. So they're really, really close. He used to come to our house every week, and him and my dad been friends since my dad came to this country, all that, right? So they sent my Uncle Ernie to pick me up from the school. Now, my Uncle Ernie wasn't on the list, so they had to get confirmation from my mother that they could do that. So they called my mother's job, and my mother agreed that he could take me, yada, yada, yada. So now every time I get on live, my allergies act up. So now when I get to the office, they're like, okay, so somebody's here to pick you up. So I came in the office. I said, I'm like, Uncle Ernie, gave him a hug, yada. They was like, okay, he's gonna take you home. I was like, no, he's not. So the school office staff was like, what? I was like, no, he's absolutely not. They was like, he's here to pick you up, because meanwhile, they was staying late because I was there. So they like, well, bitch, I want to go home. You need to go with Uncle Ernie. So I was like, I don't know Uncle Ernie. So they was like, what? I was like, I'm not going, Uncle Ernie. He's not supposed to pick me up. They was like, Khadijah, your mother gave permission for your uncle to pick you up. You need to go with him. I was like, absolutely not. So now they looking at me. They was like, are you sure it's your uncle? I was like, I see him every weekend. All of that is true. But I'm not supposed to go with him, because again, when you're being raised by good parents, everything they say is like fact and law. So I'm not going against what my mother said. So now they was like, okay, we get it. You don't know that your mom okayed this. So Lord, why was I like this as a kid? They called my mom on the phone, on her work phone. Right now, my mother's trying to work, so she really don't have time for this, right? So they like, hi, Miss Allen. She's like, what happened? Did he not show up? She's like, no, he's right here, but Khadijah is refusing to go with him. So my mother's like, okay, well, put me on speakerphone. Khadijah, yes. Go with your Uncle Ernie. I'm not going with my Uncle Ernie. Why? I'm telling you to. He's not on the list. You said only go with the people that's on the list. My mother wanted to fucking kill me. She screamed and hollered. I'm like, I don't care. Then you know what I had the nerve to say? I don't even know if that's really you on the phone. Oh, she lost it then. But then she said the password. Now, I love the fact that she said the password, because I know you're my mom. But you also said it loud enough for him to hear. So now he knows the password because you said it, not because you gave it to him. He said it on its own. So Uncle Ernie won't kill me. I'm not going with Uncle Ernie. Long story short, my mother had to leave work, and she almost shed fucking skin because she had to come and get me. But another part of her wasn't upset, because that showed her, like, I listen to what she say and I do what I'm told, which is don't go with people that I'm not supposed to go with. You told me that 3 people are going to pick me up. I'm going with them 3 people. Anyway, the reason why I told this story is really to highlight Uncle Ernie, right? Once again, Uncle Ernie is always at the house. So I'm telling Olinda that, reiterating that story for Olinda. We laugh. And I was like, you know what's crazy, Olinda? When Uncle Ernie died, he was so, when my dad died, Uncle Ernie, I don't know. I think when my dad died, a piece of Uncle Ernie died, because Uncle Ernie could not see us. Uncle Ernie could not see us. If you are here, please drop your name in the chat and send me, hit the thumbs up button and say, hey. Anywho, Uncle Ernie could not see us. For whatever reason, he could not come over. And then a few times that he did come over, he was a mess. He was crying. He was drunk. So we were just looking like, Uncle Ernie, get your ass out of here, right? And we understood, right? Because him and my dad were extremely close for many years, and my dad died suddenly, right? So anyway, he just stopped coming around, and we just stopped checking home, because we like, Uncle Ernie is too teed up. He can't take it. A couple of years back, I think it was my cousin Noodles had ran into Uncle Ernie on the train. And they exchanged numbers. She got Uncle Ernie number, so she gave me Uncle Ernie number. So me and Uncle Ernie used to be texting. So I felt like I had to kind of like massage Uncle Ernie into coming to visit us, or letting us see him, because remember, he was all broke down when my dad died and he didn't want to see us, right? So we was working through, like, we was sending each other like holiday wishes, and I would send pictures of me and my siblings, because I really wanted him to see, like, Miguel's kids turned out okay. There go Olinda, y'all. She's right there in the chat. I told y'all, this is the person that made all this happen, right? So anyway, hey Olinda girl, thumbs up. So anyway, I'm like, we were talking. But then Uncle Ernie just mysteriously stopped responding to my text messages. So I'm like, you know what, Olinda, since the story come up, instead of me texting, let me just call. Right. So I called Uncle Ernie's phone and it said Uncle Ernie's phone was out of service. So I'm like, oh, okay, Uncle Ernie, I knew that couldn't have been Uncle Ernie's number no more because when I was trying to call Uncle Ernie, texting Uncle Ernie, he was paying me dust. So I said, well, let me go online and see if I can find out like where Uncle Ernie worked and so on and so. Why I went online and found out Uncle Ernie died? Uncle Ernie died in 2021 on the 4th of July. Yo, I really could not believe Uncle Ernie died. Hold on, y'all. I really could not. I was really mortified that Uncle Ernie died. I mean, mortified because I guess, once again, Uncle Ernie didn't appear old or anything of the sort. So, I mean, he might have been older, but I didn't get old. And another thing I didn't factor in is, the pandemic. A lot of folks didn't survive the pandemic, and I'm inclined to believe that Uncle Ernie was one of them. I didn't know he was sick because Uncle Ernie did have a daughter, I want to say, but he wasn't really close with his daughter to our knowledge, right? And I didn't want to, so she was kind of like estranged from us. We didn't know her like that, right? So it was no way for us to contact Uncle Ernie and know where Uncle Ernie was and so on and so forth. But there's Uncle Ernie. Yes, it said that Uncle Ernie passed away July 4th, 2021. And I'm there at work looking at this and it brought tears to my eyes. They didn't drop out, but I just was like, oh my God. But it was a bittersweet moment, right? Bittersweet because, of course, I did not want Uncle Ernie to be dead. I did want him to have one last chance to see my father's children and see how he turned out. But then the flip side of that is that I know my Uncle Ernie and my father was so fucking happy to see each other. So happy to see each other. I know they up there drinking tequila with the worm in it, talking about football. Ernie is enlightening my father on how the world has changed and laughing because that's all that they used to do. So while I am incredibly sad that Uncle Ernie passed away, I am grateful to know that he's back with Papa Bear and they doing the things that they like to do. So in any event, we're going to say rest in peace to Uncle Ernie. And let's get back to the program. All right. God bless him. And I'm happy to have known because I would have felt bad if I found out like 10 years from now. Bad enough it was 3, right? Another thing is too, I didn't get a chance. Oh, let me tell y'all one last eerie detail about Uncle Ernie's situation, right? So Uncle Ernie has started dating my father's aunt. She's our aunt too, but our great aunt, because it was my father's mother's sister, right? They had a relationship. They was like in love. I see in my phone that, because that was my Aunt Shirley, she passed away in 2020, right? So I text Uncle Ernie that. And I guess at that point he was still alive because they said he didn't pass away to 2021. But I text him. I said, Uncle Ernie, Aunt Shirley passed away. I have no details at the moment, but I can give them to you if you want it. Uncle Ernie had never answered no text messages since 2019, right? But anywho, let me tell y'all something. Do you know Aunt Shirley, who was Uncle Ernie's woman, passed away July 4th, 2020, and Uncle Ernie passed away July 4th, 2021. How freaking eerie is that? I was like, what the? So maybe they loved each other so much they can live without each other. Okay. Enough about Uncle Ernie. I love you, Uncle Ernie, but I can't let you take up all my life because I got some motherfucking shit to talk about. Because today is up and it's motherfucking stuff. Like I said, I was starting this off with sending condolences to everybody that lost somebody because I was looking on my news feed. These glasses irritate me. I was looking on my news feed and I saw so many losses today on social media. I'm like, wow, I'm keeping people in prayer because this is a hard time. It's the holidays and you do not want to be losing people. All right. Let's get it going because I seen so many topics. I was like, oh no, I got to get my gang together. Because we got to rap about this shit. I want to talk about Alexis Skyy and Anthony. Do you guys know who Alexis Skyy is? A reality star that Alexis, we don't care about Alexis, right? We kind of fake care about Alexis, but we don't 100% care about Alexis. She my girl, but she ain't really my girl. Anyway, she's supposed to have changed her life around. She's no longer that. I don't fucking know, who cares, right? But anyway, she have a homeboy, right? So this homeboy, I know from reality TV because he's very messy. He's very messy. He is extremely messy. He was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. He was supposed to be Drew assistant. He started telling all of Drew business. Then he switched over to being Sheree assistant. He started telling Sheree business. Then he started putting Sheree and Drew against each other. He just kept a whole bunch of drama. He got on my fucking nerves, right? So then he ended up what did he do after that? I think he tried to fight Drew. It was a whole bunch of drama with this guy every minute. So in more recent days, look what Anthony did. This is why these people got to be stopped. So this is what he did recently. Hold on, y'all. This is him and Alexis Skyy on, I guess they was trying to have like a podcast or something. He just was getting up there running his fucking mouth. That's what it looked like to me. But anywho.
Loving hip hop Atlanta. And I know a couple of women that he was looking at when I was over at Sky's house. She'd be relevant. I think her man needs to make new music. I think that Jada just needs to ditch the story. I'm tired of talking about the next case. So anyways, I'm putting this on Do That Sir because this is T, girl. Okay, I'm listening. So Menedex has been cheating on Yandy since they got on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And I know a couple of women that he was looking at when I was over at T High's house about a year ago. Let me tell you something. Yandy ain't exciting him no more. Let me tell you something. Menedex is cheating on Yandy, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Are you getting this? Are you following me? The AA show is reporting live, loud, and proud, honey. And I got calls for people on the show. I've gotten calls for people in the street. Yandy, Menedex is cheating on you. Alexis don't know about it, but guess what? I told her about it. So guess what, honey? You need to keep your man on lockdown, honey, because ever since he moved up out of that house, honey, he been everything else y'all wanda. Next case.
Yes, so that is what his messy ass went up there and did at a couple of weeks ago. I want to say this was about not a couple of weeks ago, probably a couple of months ago, maybe in the summer. That's the type of messy shit he do, right? He going up there, you keep saying you know these people. If you know them, then let them come out with their own business. What is you minding it for, right? Anyway, he was building his whole brand around Alexis Skyy. Alexis Skyy is his homegirl. She's promoting his business. She's helping him build it up. Because you really you want to be a messy ass blogger and gossiper, but it just for whatever reason, it wasn't getting off the ground, right? So because of that, you teamed up with Alexis Skyy and she was trying to help you get that messy ass, gossipy ass blogger business off the ground, right? Now, I don't know what happened, honey, but what I get is that you was there running your mouth again. And this time you was running your mouth about Alexis Skyy. And Alexis Skyy said, oh, you want to talk, bitch? Okay, so now game on. So look at what happened. Look at the story, the new story here that just happened. Look at him. He got his ass wet. Look at him.
Little story time, you guys. On Friday, I was walking into my apartment complex, and I wasn't even at the door, and my former best friend, Alexis Skyy, walked in. Out of it, I'm gonna just say out of it, and she had two other people with me, and she assaulted me. I tried to turn around and walk away. She punched me in my face, and then the other girl came in punching me in the face, and then a guy came in. They were kicking me in my rib cage. I have a fractured rib. Knocked one of my veneers out. Sure. Knocked one of my teeth out, and it was just really, really bad. You guys, I'm scared. Like, she's been making threats against me. I can't go to my house. She's been doing a lot of personal attacks towards me and talking about me and my health and talking about me and just really doing a lot. But to physically attack me is uncalled for. You guys, I was attacked. I was hurt. And it really bothered me, you guys. I can't do this.
Now, I don't know how it exactly.
Do you see this shit here? So now, right? I want to say this, right? I have been seeing lately more women keeping company with more homosexual men, right? More lately, I hear the term that people be like, oh, that's her good Judy, right? Again, I don't really know a lot of the homosexual lingo because my everyday life doesn't consist of hanging with a gay man. I do have a lesbian sister, but I don't have any gay male friends that I hang with on a daily basis to know the lingo and to know how they maneuver, right? But I do see, especially the celebrities, a lot of them are, becoming besties with gay men, right? Like case in point, Carisha, Saucy, right? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes what I see, it can either really be a good thing or a bad thing. For example, I like the fact that Carisha and Saucy are besties, right? I feels like he stands up as a man in her life that protects her. But I feel like that's a very unique situation because what I normally see is gay men hanging out with black women, and then once the verbal annihilation starts, then the threatening starts, then you have them saying, well, we had a fight. I have an issue with that. I have an issue with women speaking to these men. I know they identify probably as something else, but they are genetically men, right? I have an issue with them speaking to them and speaking down on them as if they're nobody. And I have an issue with a genetically born male getting into a physical altercation with a woman because they identify as a woman. I'm sorry, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. It's an absolute no for me. I do not like it, and it really, really bothers me. So I see that a gay man and a woman could get into a fight in a heartbeat like two girls. They will get into a fight like 1, 2, 3, right? And in all fairness to this situation, because it was total opposite, Alexis Skyy, you was that ass wrong because you went and got this young man jumped. That's what it sounded like. Would I have said it was right for him and Alexis Skyy to just have a fight straight up? Absolutely not. He's a man. You're a woman, right? And whatever he said or did to you, you needed to have a male approach that situation and maybe be able to address him. But you getting some, it sounded like he said she had 2 girls with her. You getting them to jump him was that ass wrong. But I think you looked at him as quote unquote like a punk. So it's like, okay, me and my 2 homegirls could take you. Absolutely not. That was not cool at all. But I'm going to tell you what else is not cool. And I don't give a damn who don't like this. I don't want to hear, because I did see a lot of other YouTubers, and I'm being very honest, a lot of gay male YouTubers up there popping shit, upset, saying things like people could say what they want without people put it. That's not the way life works. I just want to make it clear absolutely not. That's not the way life works. And I wish people will understand that, because then the world will be a much better place. We don't live in a world where you get to Freestyle Friday and say anything you want out your mouth to people and it doesn't have repercussions behind it. You also don't get to judge how bad the repercussions are. Some people will curse you out, some people will cut you off, and some people will beat your ass. That's the long and the short of it. Some people will beat your ass. Depending on what you say, you could get your ass whipped. And I have said this time and time again. We can refer back to 2 straight men. Well, we can refer back to 2 male identified men, Will Smith and Chris Rock. Oh, he should never put his hands on Chris Rock. What did he say? I didn't like what you said. Your words have repercussions. Your words have repercussions. So to continuously give people a pass because their abuse is verbal is not fair, because you can't hit me and then try to gauge how I hit you back. I can retaliate however I want. And what people have to understand, and I had to learn this growing up too, is that sometimes words can hurt harder than blows. I told y'all I can say some shit out this mouth. I told y'all the story when the guy choked me. He choked me 2 breaths before death. I told y'all that story, okay? And it's only because of what I said. I know my motherfucking mouth is acid. I know it's fire. Ain't no qualms about that, you know? And I just was having a conversation with, again, Olinda today, explaining to her that I try to, manage my emotions in a direction that would keep me from feeling away, because absolutely not. This is ghetto. But anywho, once I feel away, it's very hard for me not to verbalize some shit to you, right? So I try to make sure I navigate what I'm feeling in a positive direction, so you don't have to get this. Because once you get this, then it's like, okay, but you do what you got to do. And that could mean anything. People have gotten unalived from just running their fucking mouth. So while I do not agree at all with Alexis Skyy's choice to put her hands on this man, and then have other folks come and join her to do so, because it is assault and she can and should be arrested, I also think this should be a teachable moment for Anthony. I think this should be a teachable moment for Anthony, because the ladies have been letting you slide and you have been saying some really nasty things. And let me be clear, you also tried to assault Drew. You also tried to assault Drew Sidora in a Lenithia lounge. So again, we're going back to the whole, like, you have to be mindful of the things that you do because they have repercussions. They have, hold on one second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that, my good people. But yes, your actions have repercussions. Your actions have repercussions. And if you're going to keep saying fly shit out your mouth and talking about people and talking crazy, somebody is going to want to up there. Oh, my Pookie dropped me a super chat. Thank you, Pookie. But yes, you can't keep doing it. You can't keep doing it. So now he has 2 black eyes, a missing veneer, a bumped up, lumped up head and nose. And really and truly, you know how I'm looking at that? Like, shit happens. Shit happens. Shit happens. Should Alexis be locked up for assault? 100%. If what he's saying is true, yes, she should be arrested. He should press charges because there's also repercussions to your actions. And I don't think you think that there is because this is a man. So you're feeling like I should be able to put my hands on him. Absolutely not. It works both ways. Okay, so I just was peeking at that like, okay, go to hell. All right, I want to talk about also your man, Steve Harvey. Right, so y'all remember Katt Williams' viral, nationwide, global interview that he did on Club Shay Shay, where he said all of this stuff about all of these people, and everybody in the world said because nobody came out to contest what he said, that everything he said was true. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I wasn't there. But why do my glasses look crooked? But anywho, oh shit, the crackhead glasses. Anywho, some folks said, you know what, enough is enough. I have something to say. So what Steve Harvey did was, because he was also mentioned in the Katt Williams rant, is he went on, I think, the Invest Fest, and when he went on stage to say his spiel, he had a little something he wanted to say. So let's see what Uncle Steve said. Uncle Steve, I don't know if I'm here for you, but we're going to see, because I have something to say about you, Uncle Steve. I have something to say about you.
There's something wrong with you.
Right, I hear all of that. Right, I aside from what he said about the Katt Williams, I really don't give a damn what he said about the Katt Williams. That's on them, right? But I want you guys that you heard what he said about black folks supporting one another, lifting one another up, and not letting other people check them. Blah, blah, blah. That was you, right? That was you, Uncle Steve. That was you, because I want to see if this was you too. This what I want to see if this was you too, Uncle Steve. So give me 1 second, because I need to know if this was Uncle Steve, because I get that I'm all for, you know, what you said. I'm all for what you said, Uncle Steve. But I just want to know, that same person that said that, I have a question about this here, right? So give me 1 second. 1 second, Uncle Steve, because you said that was you. So I assume this one is you too. That's just, let me know. I just want to know. Steve, Uncle Steve, because you just had said that we need to support up and uplift and hold down and check one another, but you didn't support, uplift, check, or even call Monique. You went on a public platform and went against her. But we supposed to be supporting. Go on, Uncle Steve, because I just want to. Is this you? This you, Uncle Steve? The same one that was just at Invest Fest? Okay, got it. Okay, so did my girl Mo land the plane? Did my girl Mo land the plane? Did she land a plane or didn't she land a plane? So now you want to sit up there at Invest Fest with your fucking suit on and your slippery ass shoes and say how we should be advocating, protecting, holding accountable, so on and so forth, one another. But when it was time for you to hold your homegirl down, you flipped the script. Not only did you flip the script and not hold her down, but you went on a public platform and continue to perpetuate the idea that she is difficult to work with. Are you holding your Steve, let me let you know one fucking thing, right? Let me let you know one thing, because what I'm noticing is sometimes you pick and choose when you want to do the right thing. But see, one thing I know about my girl Mo, she may be a little bit rambunctious in the way that she address things, but my girl will get with you. She will get with you, and she got with your ass on this thing right here. And I want to continue to watch it because I want y'all to see how she let him know. Steve, shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up, because what you're saying is some bullshit right now. Shut the fuck up. So here we go. Let her finish, because she's going to land the plane perfectly. Because they're not powerful. That's a fucking lie. Not only are they powerful, they're gatekeepers. Not only are they powerful, they are gatekeepers, okay? And let me tell you something. I know sometimes gatekeeping can be looked at as a bad thing, but no. Sometimes you have gatekeepers that swing the gate open and let some motherfuckers through, and then you have some who pick and choose who they want to let through, and then you have some that don't let anybody through, right? Me personally, I like Tyler Perry as a gatekeeper. I feel like he does give Black people a lot of opportunities. This is a lie what you're trying to say, trying to minimize their power to make it seem like, oh, nobody's not saying you can't say anything to them. That's exactly what you're saying. That's exactly what you're saying. What you're saying is you, Mo, disrespected Massa. You disrespected Massa. And you got to understand, when you disrespect Massa, you're going to get some lashings. But what he don't know about Mo is the hood nigga. Mo is the field nigga. She don't give a damn about Massa. So she gonna tee up every time. Mo is Harriet Tubman. She creating the Underground Railroad. She ain't stopping. So for her, it was like, you could stay under the thumb of Massa and conform to whatever they want you to do. Me, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. They asked me to do a movie. They paid me a certain amount. I did the movie. Then they start asking for extra shit. Bitch, you don't own me. I'm not your slave. So all that extra shit you need, that's a dub. And when I told them it was a dub, that they wasn't going to overwork this slave because I'm in the field, they got upset and felt like I was stepping out of my britches, and they started gatekeeping. That's what happened. But go on ahead, Steve Harvey, because like, you the house nigga. That's what that is. Go on ahead. Now you see what she just said, right? That goes back to the field nigga. Don't laugh, that go back to the field nigga and the house nigga mentality, right? The house nigga think he better than the field nigga because he in the house and he can, he be able to get in the shower instead of getting hosed down in the back. So he think he better than the field nigga, right? So when the field nigga say, listen, they got some shit going on and we ain't liking it, and you a nigga too. Just because you in the house don't mean you're not a nigga. Won't you come and stand with us so we can see united? You know what the house nigga saying? I got my perks. I know they wrong, but I won't say that shit out loud. I let y'all do that because I'm in the house. I'm in a house. You keep forgetting, motherfucker, you're still a nigger. You're still a nigger. And that's all Steve Harvey is saying right here. He's saying I'm a house nigga and I'm inside. So even though I know everything that the field nigga is saying is right, I'm not going to say that out loud because I want to continue to be in the house. That's all you saying, Uncle Steve. Not make me tongue kiss you. What is it called? What is it called, Mo? We got to run that back. We got to run that back. We have to run that back. What is it called, Mo? Whoa! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have to pay attention on this part. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to pay attention on this part. You heard what she said? You heard what she said? She said, we've lost the integrity trying to play the money game. If you look around at everything that's taking place in the world right now, clout chasing and all of that, Cardi B, right? And again, I'm neutral with Cardi. I don't hate her. I don't love her. But in order for her to gut punch Offset, she was willing to throw herself under the bus, right? So my integrity could get lost as long as I get this win, which is I did screw a nigga when I was pregnant. So busy trying to catch a win that you would throw your integrity under the bus. And that's what a lot of these people do on the internet. You see them say and do certain things and make certain shit okay to go viral, to get likes. I don't care how I look to everybody else, as long as I'm going viral, as long as I'm getting likes. So forget about the integrity. It doesn't matter. It's not important. What matters is I get $1, $2, $5, $10, $20 for whatever I do. And for me, I'm older. I won't lie, I'm over 40. So I come from an era where, are you crazy? Integrity matters. Integrity matters. Your reputation matters. Who you are on the inside matters. But I guess we live in a world now where as long as you can dress that up in money, no, it doesn't. But go on, let me let my girl Mo keep eating his ass. That's all that was. That was house nigga versus field nigga. Because what he was trying to guilt her into feeling like was that you support people and you're the breadwinner. So because of that, you got to continuously eat crow and compromise yourself in order to make money. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. They have a saying. It says, I'm going to get to the top. It's just going to take me a little longer to get there because I'm not sacrificing myself. You will get there, and it does take longer. But at the end of the day, you still have your integrity, your self-respect, your morals, and your values that you're carrying with you when you get there. Because once you sacrifice all of those things, when you get to the top, all of the sacrifices that you made is going to eat your ass up and bring you back down. All of the sacrifices that you made is going to eat your ass up and bring you back down. So while I hear the new loud and clear Steve Harvey at the Invest Fest saying what Black people need to do for one another, with one another, and aside from one another, I also watched you not support your sister. So all of that bullshit makes no sense to me. But anywho, let's move on. They said they're going to try to get the Menedex brothers paroled. Y'all, they said they're going to try to get the Menedex brothers paroled. I don't know why, and I don't know who, but they said they are going to try to get the Menedex brothers parole, and I was mortified because anything that I've seen with these nuts don't suggest they need no parole. But okay, let's see what they're talking about.
Of all the arguments that were made for people on both sides of this equation, I came to a place where I believe that under the law, resentencing is appropriate, and I am going to recommend that to a court tomorrow. What that means in this particular case is that we're going to recommend to the court that the life without the possibility of parole be removed, and that they will be sentenced for murder, which, because there are 2 murders involved, that will be 50 years to life. However, because of their age, under the law, since they were under 26 years of age at the time that these crimes occurred, they will be eligible for parole immediately.
That was demonic right there. That was demonic right there. They will be eligible for parole immediately. So they commit what I've just learned is a real thing, parricide, and they should be eligible. I mean, I watched the Menedex brothers documentary and I was mortified. I was horrified. I could not believe the picture that they painted. And granted, it may not have been right, but that's what I saw. Anywho, moving right along. Next subject. Did you guys know about, I know we talked about the Baddies Caribbean reunion, and also at the Baddies Caribbean reunion, Tommy was there and what's his name? Bobby Lights was there, right? Well, apparently you saw Tommy and Bobby Lights hustling up and turning up and twisting up on the stage. They got into it, and Tommy blurted out that Bobby allegedly has AIDS, right? And when she said it, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's not a shocker to me because I have heard it before. Tasha K has said it before. I don't watch Kaya, but I heard Kaya said it before. I heard Tasha K say it, right? That his blood was dirty, like just a lot of, and I was like, wow, that's a huge accusation, but it's not a far-fetched one because it has been said before, right? But once again, it's all allegedly because they didn't show any blood work that would suggest that what they're saying is facts. So with that being said, Bobby said he is not playing with these people no more. They're not going to keep making this accusation because according to him, it is not true. So he was on Twitter the other day letting folks know what's going to happen moving forward. He said, I'm going to do what I should have done years ago. I don't care how much time and money it takes. Mark my words. Kaya, Tasha K, and Tommy all got to see me in court. I'm done with the allowing Black women to weaponize health statuses against Black gay men. It's disgusting, and someone needs to teach them a lesson. I hope you got your lawyers because I have my blood work and STD results. I won't just be submitting my HIV negative status, but I will also be submitting all 14 test results from my panel. Good luck, ladies. So, yeah, I was like, wow, that's sad. That's sad because number one on the list, that's a huge accusation to put on a person. And I know me personally, I would be mortified and horrified. Like, why the fuck are you lying on me like that? That's not nice. But I guess, you do what you got to do when you feel like doing it because you can. Because you can. So that was messed up. But he said these hoes going to have to see him. They are going to have to see him, and I'm not mad about that. See him, right? Let's see what Bobby is going to do. I'm trying to show you guys something, and they're aggravating me with what. Oh, So do you guys know that our homegirl Yandy is still windmilling? Like, remember the other day we watched her, and I did a whole. I don't know if you guys remember. I did a whole Love and Hip Hop. I couldn't help it. I had to go live because I was so mortified about what was going on in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta that I had to go live. So going live, it did the whole, oh Lord have mercy, Yandy, this is that, this, them in DC's the whole thing, right? Do you know ever since Monday and today is Friday, Yandy has been windmilling on social media in regards to this situation, trying to defend her husband and their relationship. Yandy, I feel so bad. I told you do not follow the Rashida book. I told you. I said do not follow the Rashida blueprint. Do not, because the audience was up there calling y'all old fogies and saying y'all needed to leave. And I remember years ago when they were saying Rashida was boring and needed to go. And next thing you know, she started advertising her relationship as a selling point in order to stay on the show. And she's been doing it ever since. And a baby came out of that. So Yandy, I warned you, do not follow Rashida blueprint because you are going out sad, Yandy. You are going out incredibly sad. Right now, you are literally going out sad. And it makes me feel so bad. Yandy, do you know how I windmilled for you, Yandy? Yandy, I fought for you. Stephanie can attest to this. I wish Stephanie was on this goddamn live because she's usually here. My girl Steph could tell you. She was Team Chrissy and I was Team you, and we windmilled about this shit. I've been going in the fight head down, swinging for you. Girl, but it look like you ain't swinging for yourself no more. What are you doing? I mean, if you go look at the Shade Room, her page, the Neighborhood Talks, she's under every single blog or website finding all of the negative comments about her husband and responding to them. Now, the ones that saying things like, if they're not celebrities, the ones that saying things like, y'all leave Yandy alone. If you're not a celebrity, she's paying you dust. But the moment you say something negative, she's giving a whole dissertation under your comment to discredit what you're. Yandy, you have time for this, Yandy? Yandy, I thought you was a mogul building all 60, 80 year businesses. You have time to be in the comments on the Shade Room and Neighborhood Talks? Yandy, you going out bad, sis. You going out bad. You should not have played with your relationship on here. So the next thing was, I'm going to tell you like this. Around the time that Menedex told Yandy on that couple show that he didn't know if she was in the same predicament, if he could hold her down, the whole jail thing. My boyfriend told me, he said, all Menedex do on TikTok or on Snapchat is look at tail. He was like, every picture you see the Negro is looking at a butt, right? He's acting like he's looking at a painting, and when he zoom on a painting, the girl standing next to the painting has a big butt, right? So I've been heard this a long time ago, right? They said that's all he do on Snap. I never paid no mind because I don't have Snapchat. I deleted it, right? So, and I'm really and truly, Menedex ain't my man, so it ain't for me to care about. So now, the other day, they said that they was like Menedex, they showed him posting a video, right? He said he didn't take the video. They showed him posting a video of a girl making a butt clap. And he said he seen that on Snapchat and found that to be so funny. So he reposted it. And he said that's normally what he does when he sees these butt videos. They're normally someone else's and he reposts them. But according to him and Yandy, he gets paid a lot of money to do so. That's why he does it, right? And I'm going to tell you what irritated me about that comment, right? Is because, once again, it comes back to the point that I was making from the beginning. Y'all are playing with y'all marriage for views and money, right? And you are going to encounter some real trouble like Rashida and Kirk did doing so. Because Menedex is a true dope boy. Let's be honest. He was running motherfucking work up and down coast to coast, okay? So you mean to tell me Menedex don't know no other way to make money? Menedex don't know no other way to make money than disrespecting y'all marriage by making it seem as if, because according to him, he's not recording these videos, that he's looking at ass on Snapchat. You want to tell me a dope boy, a nigga who got locked up for selling drugs, Don't know no other way to make money outside of just disrespecting your marriage by making it seem as though come Yandy, stop. Yandy, please. Yandy, I'm begging you. You got me out here looking crazy. I was windmilling for you. I was calling you Yan, the brand. I was around when you had everything girls love, EGL, bitch. I was windmilling for you. Yandy, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. And you know why I'm getting tired? Because now I'm windmilling for you and you windmilling for Menedex. You're not even windmilling for yourself. You're not even windmilling for yourself. Because if you was, you would have told this nigga, let me tell you one motherfucking thing. We about to make our relationship public, so we got to make it look perfect. Don't do no dumb shit, else a fucking dub. Okay? But it seemed like you on board with whatever he do just to make some money. Yandy, I just talked about it. Yandy, where's your integrity? Yandy, I'm disappointed in you, sis. I'm disappointed in you, Yan the brand. I'm sorry. I'm disappointed in you. I see your face right here. Like you jeopardizing too much. I'm disappointed in you. I don't like what you allowing to happen for a check. It just, Yandy, that didn't look good. And watching you windmill for the past 4 days, putting up videos, don't mess with my man, the Nivea song, like all of it is just like, it's too much. It's too much for a woman that's claiming to be a boss and a mogul and have all this shit going on to be sitting online arguing on the blogs and gossip sites trying to defend your man where he should be defending himself or he shouldn't be fucking doing it. So Yandy, why you my girl? I'm disappointed in you. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm disappointed in you and I'm done trying to hear. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. You want to look a fool for this nigga? That's fine. I'm letting you know I ain't even got as much money as you and I'm not letting no man make a fool out of motherfucking me. Just so we clear. Just so we clear. If Pookie gonna pull stunts, he gonna pull him behind my back. Because then he done in my motherfucking face, he gonna have a problem out of me. You ain't enough of a problem for that man, you know. But you know, when they see new DJ, why dope boys go crazy. So I don't know what you on, but I know what I'm on, and I'm not here for it. Anywho, let's move along. Let's move along. I want to talk about the impact. Are you guys watching the impact? I'm watching. It's the Impact ATL. I'm hurt because they took the Impact New York off. They took the Impact New York off, and that really hurt me. It really bothered me. I didn't appreciate that. But they said they wasn't running it back. I love Dream Doll. That's my girl. I liked what's the girl name? I forgot her name. I forgot her name, but I liked her daughter that was on the show. I liked Ella Bands. I like the Impact New York, but according to them, it's not coming back. But what is sticking around is the Impact ATL because they're actually on season 3, right? And I like it so far. It just came on. I think last week. They let 2 episodes drop, and then they said, okay, got it. Now it's once a week. It's good. I don't know if you guys are watching, but I like it. I really, really like it. So I'm going to talk to you guys about what's going on and yada, yada, yada. Let's get into some things. Okay, as you see here, these are the stars of the show. Right? So you have here Tori, that DJ Tori Briggs, are the top row. DJ Tori Briggs to the left, Ari next to her, and light-skinned Keisha next to her. Down on the bottom, you got Carly, Gloss Up, and Tucson. So these are actually the stars of the show. And then I think they have some supporting cast. So let me go down and read to y'all what they're saying about the show. This week, that week was September 17th, BET Plus announced that their original series, The Impact Atlanta, has been renewed for a 3rd season. Continue reading to find out who will comprise the cast. Quality Control and Lionsgate's hour-long docuseries follows the lives of Atlanta's top-tier influential trendsetters. The multi-talented group of friends has excelled at turning clicks and likes into multi-million-dollar brands. They have shaped and moved the culture with every post, making them the ultimate VIPs and cultural icons. Beyond the glitz and glamour, they reveal their deeply human side and the truth behind their flashy facade, showcasing a new generation of Black entrepreneurs breaking barriers and creating a blueprint for success. With a combined social media following of more than 20 million users, the cast represents a new generation of influencers that have leveraged their personas and technology to amass followings, start and grow businesses, set trends in beauty and fashion, and deliver music that charts. This season, as I said, we have Ari Fletcher, Carly, and Tucson Jules, who are set to return. New cast members include DJ Tori Briggs, And artists like Keisha and Gloss Up. Additionally, Coco Bango, Daybella, Sir Julian, and Darion Freshy Perry will join as supporting cast. The Impact Atlanta is executive produced by Pierre P. Thomas and Kevin Coach K. Lee, CEOs and founders of Quality Control, along with Brian Scher and Karen Gill. Jennifer Gardner, that's how you say that name, executive producers for Lionsgate. The series is currently in production with a premiere date to be announced later. While we wait, get to know this season's cast below. Share your thoughts in the comment section, right? So, okay, I want to talk about this cast and what I see going on. The supporting cast, I'm guessing, is trying to get some wins in Mikasa, so they are on some real live bullshit, right? So they have Sir Julian, the young lady at the top, Tori Bricks. She is the baby mama, and I think fiance, if not fiance, girlfriend for many years, and baby mama of Rich the Kid. Right. And according to her, you can tell she needs a healing heart session because apparently her and Rich the Kid went through something. It was like some infidelity. She decided to take him back. But I think she feels like she feels stupid and looks stupid taking him back. So she's always defending what happened with them or getting emotional over it. It's annoying me because I feel like, listen, at the end of the day, if you are deciding to forgive your spouse and move forward with them, you cannot continue to harp on the past, and you definitely cannot care about the opinions of outsiders. But apparently she does. They have a supporting cast member named Sir Julian, who is a fucking troublemaker, and he went up there telling Gloss Up all of this business about Rich the Kid and all of that, which further upset her because she's trying to move forward past this infidelity, but she's struggling with that. She is struggling with that. And that's any woman dealing with a man. When you go through something with a man and it hurts you, even when you forgive, even when you allow them back in and agree to make it work, if that hurt is not completely healed, it will continue to resurface until you've completely gotten over it. So it's fair to say that she's feeling it. She's feeling it. She's feeling every bit of it. And not only because of what he did, but because she's also questioning herself. Why would I take him back? And why am I allowing this? Because you love him. And it's nothing wrong with loving a person. You get to decide if you want to forgive them or move forward. Right. So I didn't like Sir Julian trying to be messy and treat her bad. And come on. And now they're showing Ari. Ari is up there with Moneybagg Yo. Child, when they say money change things, girl, money changes. Moneybagg Yo look like a totally different person, right? I want people to stop either A, getting filters in their lips, or stop getting. So I think one of two, or maybe one of three things is happening. Either one, you're just getting lip plumper and putting the lipstick on top of your lip line, or you're getting lip injections, or you're getting lip injections and putting the lipstick on top of your lip line. I wish that trend dies today, right now. October 25th at 7:03 on a Friday. It's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. Hey, big up Glow. Album all bops, no skips. Big up my niece Glow. Anyway, I hope and pray that the whole lipstick on top of the lip line and the plumper and the injections, I hope that dies on 7 p.m. Friday when it's 95 degrees. I fucking hate that. I hate that. So what you see with Ari, it looks like a lot of caked up lipstick with the lipstick over the lip line to make the lips look plumper. Like light skin Keisha is doing it. It doesn't look good. But anyway, Ari is there with Moneybagg Yo. He has 19 kids from what I can remember. He did something to upset her. She came on one of the episodes emotional. I mean, a part of me is proud of Ari because her only real claim to fame initially was being a baby mama to a rapper, and she made a whole brand within herself. So that part of me is proud of her. The other part feels like I'm not particularly fond of the brand that she created. Right? Because some of the things that she says and does, it makes me feel like it's a part of that whole, sacrifice and integrity culture that I'm not fond of. So while I can congratulate the young lady for building a brand, I'm just not particularly fond of the brand. Anyway, light skin Keisha Bing Bang Bisha. God forgive me. Y'all see how with Cash Doll, something about Cash, when you watching her like on TV and in interviews, something about her makes you feel like she's your homegirl, right? In all fairness, something about Cash, I don't know what it is, but something about Cash, she feels like your homegirl. When you watch her on interviews and listen to her raps, something about Keisha doesn't give me that same thing. Right. And I don't want to say I dislike her because once again, she's one of the young people that I respect totally. She has a grind. She has a hustle. You know, she's authentic to herself. So I like that. She's who she is. But something about her just doesn't land well for me, like how it does with a person like Cash Doll. I don't know what it is. I just don't particularly, I could take or leave her, right? So she's there and she's talking about, again, and my bitch is hustling. She hustling and she grinding. I respect that. She's like, listen, Ghost is about to end. I love that show. I made money on that show. I got my name out there as an actress, but I got other shit to do. So she's back to the hustle, back to the grind. And I respect that. I gotta do what I gotta do to get this bread because I have a family. You know, she just had a baby, and then her husband is Coco Bango. Absolutely not. I'm not here for Coco Bango. I'm not here for Coco Bango. I would have liked to just see Keisha on here, but I'm not here for Coco Bango. But I am here for successful, young, wealthy Black families. And it seems as though he respects her and he loves her. She loves him and respects him. They get along well and they're good parents. So I'm here for that. On the bottom to the left, we have Carly. I liked Carly last season. I didn't know who the fuck she was. I still don't really know much about her other than watching this show. But Pookie did put me on that she's Thug's ex-woman, right? That was last season, right? She proceeded to share last season how much of a long-term relationship they had, how much of a lot of her life was contingent upon Thug, yada, yada, yada. She can't believe they broke up, but she's moving forward. I also like last season, she's putting that shit on. We are only like into 2-3 episodes, so I can't necessarily say how much of it she's doing this season, but she's putting that shit on last season because according to what Pookie explained to me, and I like some. What I don't like, Carly, you looking like you doing your own hair on some of these episodes, and absolutely not on TV. If you're going to be up here as an influencer and a trendsetter, I need the wig to be hitting and splitting because Big Bang Bisha shits is hitting and splitting. Ari's is hitting and splitting. I ain't paid too much attention to DJ Tory Bricks. I'm going to look next time. But other than that, Carly is cool. The other one thing that I personally don't like about Carly, and I don't know if it's going to continue, this whole we have to keep hearing about transitioning from Young Thug. The reason why that's not a good look for you, Carly, is because Young Thug has moved on and Mariah the Scientist is like pretty much like a fan favorite. So it's going to look like you being shady if you continue to talk about someone else's man. I get why you're talking about him. You're speaking about him because, thank you, Olinda, I got a super chat. You're speaking about him because he is a part of your life, your real life. Like he was, you had a long relationship. I get why you're doing it, Carly, but I don't think that it's going to garner you much good feedback because I think folks are already on Mariah the Scientist side because they feel like she's down for Thug and Thug is down for her. So I suggest you stray away from that storyline because I think it's going to garner you some negative feedback and you don't give me you're emotionally stable enough to take that. All right, moving on along to Gloss Up. Gloss. First of all, I did not know who the fuck Gloss Up was. Let's be clear there, right? I didn't know who she was. She became headlines for me when Honcho was playing in between her and Keisha Cole, right? So that's how I found out who Gloss Up was. Gloss give me, you see how like Bianca, chicken noodle soup, right? You see Bianca, Gloss give me that Bianca was the older sister that they thought was going to be lit and make it for the family. And seeing as though Bianca didn't, she the little sister that didn't receive the residuals she thought she would from Bianca's success. So this is how you show up now. Gloss, I think Gloss has like an endorsement with Coach because she had a lot of Coach stuff. I didn't like that, Gloss. Gloss hair wasn't up to TV standards, in my opinion. I have a right to my opinion. And also, Gloss is, they should have put Gloss as the host for Now That's TV reunion, right? That's what it give me. It give me Gloss should have been on a Now That's TV reunion. That's what Gloss give me, right? But Gloss did, what I do like about Gloss is though, Gloss gonna bring what Cleo Trapper brought to New York. Gloss is gonna bring the hood. I'm not playing with you. I might show up with my sneakers dirty. Like Gloss give me that. So I'm like, okay, Gloss. And also this might glow Gloss up. Right. So I mean, okay, Gloss. Tucson. I'm not here for Tucson. I'm not here for Tucson. I'm not at all here for Tucson. And I know sometimes people want you to be politically correct, and I don't know if this is politically correct, but I'm not here for any messy punks. That's just the long and the short of it. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. So if you're going to be one of the gay men on the show that keep all the drama going, and I'm also not here for, Tucson gave me Anthony vibes. Like I was telling y'all about Anthony earlier, Tucson gave me Anthony vibes with the whole antagonizing Carly and you're not a girl. You're not a girl. So if you continue to antagonize her and it gets physical, you will win because you're a man. Why are you doing this? Why? So for me, I was over and out with Tucson. I was not here. I'm not here for him this season. I really wasn't here for him before because he gave up like too leechy, and I just want to be around so bad that I wanted to lick the doo-doo out your butt for Ari and Tay. So I wasn't here for him before, but I assumed this season you would see like the glow up because they was like, oh, he coming back with a man and he got his own things going on. It's like, okay, Tucson, I want to see you flourish and grow. But even seeing him, he's too messy. Him and Sir Julian, too messy. And I love Sir Julian's look. Sir Julian looks very polished, very clean. I was here for Sir Julian when it came to the physical and the aesthetic. But I'm not here for no messy punks. And I'm being honest with you. I do not want to see any gay men instigating and antagonizing women. Because then when physical altercations take place, they will come out as the victor because they're more stronger, more bigger. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's bad enough that women have to go through challenges with other women. Why should we have to fight men too? So if you are going to come within a female circle, at least come in here with no drama. And I'm not here for Tucson. I'm not here for Tucson. I don't like how he treating Carly. And I like what Carly said. Carly said, you know what? This continuance of antagonism, it gives me boogie vibes. And it's true. It's true. It does seem like you're bullying the girl. I don't fucking like it. I do not like it. But ladies and gentlemen, we are over an hour and I still have more topics. I can't believe I could run my dear mouth like this. So let me tell you, when I come back, I'm going to talk to you guys about, I'm going to go over the babies that are interviewing Drink Champs. So I think I'll go live and talk about that tomorrow. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's Friday. I know you guys are hanging out. You're like, bitch, we don't have time for that at 6. But I knew I owed y'all a video because I only gave y'all 2 dear DJs this week. Thank you for the super chats, my Pookie and Olinda. I truly appreciate it. You guys don't know how much that meant to me. I want you guys to enjoy your Friday. Unfortunately, I work tomorrow, so I'm literally about to get in the bed. But enjoy your night and be safe. I love y'all.